This is set 76248, the Avengers Quinjet. Comes with 795 pieces, 5 minifigures, and today we'll be taking a look at it and reviewing it, and in the end giving it a rating out of 10. But before we do that, here is me building all of the 7 bags. So we have 2 bag 1s, 1 bag 2, 1 bag 3, 1 bag 5, 1 bag 4 and 1 bag 6. So overall that is 7 bags, and also a huge instruction book. Right, I've clearly done something wrong. I just realised there's only a single bag 1 and it actually goes up to bag 7, so...
You idiot! You're honestly an idiot! I don't know what's wrong with you!
Bag 1 complete, this is the main base. See here, bag 2 is complete. We have built up the bridge a lot more and it's pretty sturdy. I'm just a bit worried about, okay, maybe not as sturdy as I thought. Here's bag 3. We didn't do much in this to the back end, we just sort of built up the cockpit, and I really like how they did this part here. I'll touch up more upon that later. And with bag 3 we do also get this Natasha Romanoff figure. I'll touch up more upon all the figures later. As we can see here in bag 4 we mainly focus on the roof, and we actually attach it onto here so it is openable, and it also does come with a Loki figure. So this is bag 5 complete now. We build up on the right wing in this. I think that's it complete. We can fold this. There's a few different things. I'll touch up more on that later. I don't see why we didn't build the left wing first, because we've been sort of building the left, then the right. But you know, that's just random nitpick. This bag does come with an Iron Man figure with a whole bunch of power pieces. We have finished bag 6. It's given us the left wing and this really cool 4 minifigure. Technically this was my last bag that I had to open, given the fact that I'm an idiot and opened bag 1 and 7 at the same time. Now this is after all of the bags have been done. This is just how I'm personally displaying it. You can have it any way you want. There is also some extra pieces so that you can display it like at the end of the film when Loki's all been arrested and stuff like that, but we'll take a closer look at the figures later. Let's just get a closer look on this build. So this is the way I've displayed it. We've got Natasha driving here, we've got Tony flying down the side of the Quinjet, and then Loki and Thor facing up on front, and then in the back, just like I said I was going to display it, we've got Cap running out ready to fight some Chitauri or something, which is one problem I do have. I feel like we do need a Chitauri because it's 4 Avengers versus Loki. That's it. I feel like a Chitauri would have made it a bit more even, especially if you're getting this for someone who's younger and would actually play with the set. It's going to be a bit uneven. But overall it is very great. If there was another figure though, that's the thing, it would add on to the price. I do think this is a very fair price. I know there's only 795 pieces for £60 sets, but it is a lot bigger than it looks. It is massive. It takes up like a solid chunk of my desk, and the figures are all great. So as you can see here, we can lift up this cockpit and get a better look inside. So there is just loads of panels up here, just tech and stuff like that. I won't lie, the interior is quite bland and this sort of blocks it off, but we do have seats for each of the Avengers. This doesn't come with all the Avengers, but it does come with 4 of the 6, so you would only have to buy 2 extra figures. Yeah, there we go. We do have a few accessories that you can play around with if you really want. So yeah, the interior is pretty great. You can customize it if you want to, because there's plenty of room in there. Now the wings are a super sturdy build. The Iron Man figure actually comes with this little connection piece down here, so you can put that anywhere you want on the build. You can have them flying around. So this can also tilt for like a more of a flying position and then a landing position. And it's also super sturdy. I can shake that around and it will not break. Underneath we can see a small jet powering up, which can also move around for some added playability. But yeah, I'm really surprised on how sturdy the wings are. You can just shake them. You can even pick up the whole set by it. The stand will fall off though, because the stand isn't actually connected. So here is the stand. It's kind of a generic stand build. It was actually pretty fun to build. I like doing Technic now. After a bad experience, I think it's sort of grown on me. But the way we enter it is, as I said, it's not stuck on. You just have to slide it into that hole there, which can be a bit finicky sometimes. But if you just line it up perfectly, it lands on. And it just looks so great like this, just floating in the air. But if you don't want it in the air, you can actually pull out the landing gear, which we'll take a better look at that now. So this is what it looks like with the landing gear down. I do like it being displayed this way. This is the other way that I talked about, where it's sort of near the end of the movie. All of the characters are just chilled out. Loki's been arrested. You can also use those handcuffs that were in the back, and there is also a spare handcuffs piece if you don't want to keep on taking those handcuffs out. But as we can see here, there is two pieces of landing gear there, and then to stabilize it even more, we've got two bits at the back. And once you have it landed like this, you can actually have this connecting the floor, so you can either bring something up or down. So one thing I want to talk about is the build for these engines. It's so cool. I know it's a small thing, I know, but it's so sturdy as well. This whole set's sturdy. It's really, you can pick it up with one hand if you really wanted to. Cockpit. They did this in a really weird way. Instead of doing a piece that actually sticks onto the bottom and has studs on the top there, they did something with kind of a sticky underbelly, so it sort of sticks onto those grey pieces there, and then you put something on top of it to give it more sturdiness, and then it doesn't slip off. But I think that's just weird how they did it. Don't know why they wouldn't just use a regular piece, but yeah, it's like this weird sticky piece. And then finally it's the stickers.
Know how to flush a toilet after they've had a shit?
What do you mean?
Well, it was fucking one of yous. Disgusting!
Stickers is something I've just come to face. It's obviously going to happen. It would cost them a lot more money, and it would take them a lot more time to make sets if we had stickers, if we had printed pieces for everything. So, you know, it's something we're just going to have to face. I don't think we'll ever move away from stickers. But in this set, there are so many of them. Like, yeah, stickers are fine, but we don't need this many. Speaking of stickers, you will notice there that I have a full sticker sheet, and that's because you can either make this an Avengers Quinjet or a Shield Quinjet. Personally, I chose the Shield Quinjet, but just because you can use it for more things, and I just think it looks better than just the Avengers A everywhere, because it's literally everywhere if you use the Avengers stickers. But this is so good, and I love the fact that you can change between the stickers. It reminds me of the 2013 Gunship and Dropship, which I don't think it's been used since then, and I think it's really great that we have that back, and hopefully it gets integrated into more sets soon. Moving on to our figures, the first figure we have is the Cap figure. It's the same one we've been getting for a few years now, literally no different, but it does have this really cool moulded mask, unlike the old one, which was just a face print. And of course the shield looks great, and then there's the back printing. Now, if you don't want to use the moulded mask piece, you can have it without, and you can just have him as the cover that goes around, and he looks pretty great. He has this neutral face print, but he does also have a dual-sided face, so let's take a look at that now. Here is the other face print. This one's a much more angered, battle-ready face, so if you want to pose him being in combat, this is the perfect face for that. Next figure we have is Natasha Romanoff. Technically, this is actually exclusive to this set, which you may be like, this was in the Avengers Tower. This figure was not. Technically, all of the prints were, but the one that was in the Avengers Tower had a special leg printing, so technically, this is a unique figure to this set. but sadly it doesn't have any leg printing, but it does look very cool. She has the electric batons, which look really great. Next up, we have my boy Iron Man. This figure is actually really cool. It's got a whole lot of details on the chest and the legs, which I do like. We don't have much leg printing in this set. Though the mask isn't as good as it used to be, I definitely do prefer the old one. I still think this one's not so bad, and I don't mind having it. I definitely prefer it over the other one we had where it can't even fold open. But speaking of which, you can fold this open and see the regular smirking Tony Stark face that we normally see in these Iron Man figures, and you can also see the HUD screen. But not only that, you can also take off the mask and you get a spare hairpiece to display with Tony Stark. Next up, we have the God of Thunder himself, Thor. This figure's really cool. He has Mjolnir, but you can also change, just like all the others, he has a dual-sided face print, and you can change this so he looks like he's the actual God of Thunder, and you can give him an extra accessory being the lightning bolt, which just looks really cool when you've got that dual-sided face on, and the lightning bolt just looks really cool. He does sadly not have any arm printing, but he does have these super cool silver arms, and if you lift up the cape you can see his back print. Following his brother, we have the final minifigure, the God of Mischief. Loki looks so great in this set. The only other set he came in was the Avengers Tower. Sadly, I just wish he had the good old scepter piece, not just this boring bland one from Asphera. He does have some nice leg printing. You can also lift up his cape and see the back printing, and he also has a dual-sided face print with the muzzle from the end of the movie, and just like Tony, you can take off his helmet and give him his hairpiece. And that was the Quinjet. Hopefully you all enjoyed this review. I personally did. The last thing I want to touch upon is my two complaints with this set. My main complaint is just all these pieces. You get a bunch of spare pieces. I just put them in my bin, but these you kind of need with the set, because these are all pieces that you need but are definitely going to get lost in the future, like the handcuffs, the spare pieces for Loki and for Tony, and depending on whoever is in the cockpit, you cannot actually get a weapon in there with them, so whoever is in there, their weapon has to be taken out, and that is definitely something that is going to get lost. And then my other complaint is that there is no Chitauri. Again, it's just a bit unfair to have 4 out of the 6 Avengers versus Loki. I feel like this would be worth 70 in itself, so an extra £10 for a little Chitauri build and a actual Chitauri figure wouldn't be so bad. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this review. This is my first time doing any video like this. Let me know if you want to see more, and let me know if you have this set or if you are going to pick it up. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day. You can check out some of my other videos on the title card at the end.